What's up?
Hello?
Are you there,
Hello?
Paul?
Episode
Paul.
550,000,001?
Paul.
Wait, really? You can't hear me?
Nah, you're good, brother.
I fucking hate you.
uh,
Sean.
episode 10, our first double dip in the guest pool.
Mm-hmm.
With what do we call it?
Durff or
Nerf
nothing,
Durff?
dude.
Durf or nothing. All right,
Oh, that's what we
beautiful.
should have called it. Nerf Durff, dude. He's unstoppable.
You're trying to change the title. Rip. What's up, guys?
I see you got a new little setup.
Yes, sir. I like it. Well, it's because, I do more podcasting than I do streaming. So, I kind of wanted, a
Room vibe.
change.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. My bed's
Beautiful.
right there,
Yeah. I'm pretty much just banned to this room. There's no playing video.
Same.
Not in this household.
Well, you saying that just kind of gave me a flashback to playing video games in the living room, on a TV.
Oh, dude.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Those were
on the
days.
big screen, and you had a controller, and everybody was sitting around on couches.
Those were good times.
Yeah.
I actually have a picture of 2010 probably of me and 4 other people in one room with TVs and Xboxes. And we were all playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yes.
Yep.
It's where everybody learned how to run a network cable.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Lane
dude,
parties?
Yeah, it was a mess.
Uh-huh.
So my neighbors, we had apartments right next to each other. And he was the landlord's son. And he had really high-speed internet that we didn't have to pay for. We just ran a cord through the drop ceilings into our apartment. So
yes.
Yeah. So it was awesome. When we could do LAN parties all the time. And but yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
Yes.
It was weird times in my life though. Cuz I moved out on my own. I didn't have a job really. I had no money. But yeah. It was fun.
Look at you now, kid. Look at you now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Growing up so fast.
Man, that was scary. That was the scary part about teenage years.
Yeah.
Was oh wait, I have to do my laundry. It doesn't just magically get done. That's crazy. Yeah. I have to feed myself. Now I know how much food costs. There's not just pizza in the fridge.
I know, it was tough. It was fun though. It was fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. It's 11:45 at night and you're I think I'm gonna order a large pizza.
Oh yeah. Those were the best times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
and
whatever you wanted.
Or you're oh dude, I gotta go get gas on my way home from work. I might as well just get dinner at the gas station. Get a microwavable burrito, some Tostitos,
2 Snicker bars later.
Go, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I should make a post in one of the Discords with all these old pictures. You guys would laugh your asses off.
I think we need to make that TikTok, the Nickelback TikTok I suggested.
Yes. Look at this photograph. That one?
Yeah. I was lucky enough when I moved out. I was a cook, so I was able to eat pretty much.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch!
For free. And that means not getting caught, eating at work, and then going home.
Where was your
hospital? I actually cooked in a hospital for a long time.
Nice.
I was,
for the staff or for the whole thing?
It was
probably just one cafeteria, right?
It was one cafeteria. It was you cook for patients, but there was also staff as well. It was the cafeteria and patients, so you cooked for both.
I worked my high school job. I worked at Sonic at Flip Burgers.
There you go.
And I would always if my shift was gonna end at 8:00 at night because I still had school in the morning, I would always fuck up a double cheeseburger with mozzarella sticks, and my manager caught on to it and was hey, you got to stop doing this. And I was all right, cool. And Sonic was kind of a drive-through, a drive up, and so you could do a call in, you would call ahead of time and be hey, I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna order this, and they'll tell you the total. You just bring the money up and then you just drive off with it. When so we found a workaround, and I had my buddies call up and like make an order for like a double cheeseburger with some mozzarella sticks and then just never show up. And it would always like time out because like you could only put food under like the heating lamp or whatever for like 10 minutes before it was like you can't sell this anymore. And so like it always timed out perfect. I'm like, oh, I'm clocking out, and I'm like, well, I mean, this is a double cheeseburger just sitting here, so like I'm just, I mean, I don't want to waste it,
right?
You know what I mean?
Don't want to throw it away. Jesus.
What would Sonic the Hedgehog do?
Right, dude, that was like, you're talking about fun jobs, like working fast food as a high schooler. Oh,
was that like your first job ever? Fast food?
no, my first job ever was like I was 13, and I did like shooting, like competition kind of shooting, like for 4-H.
Oh, okay.
And so like you go to like shotgun ranges and stuff like that. And my first job would be to like go around with people. They would show up to the course and they would want to shoot. And at the end of the day, I would go around and pick up all the shotgun shells and like fill all the like the traps to like throw the clays and stuff. And they would pay me like, I don't know, like $10 a day. But I was like 13 and I was like,
right.
I'm working, bro. Like you can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Like
I fucking own this house now. Like
yeah, exactly. Like, and my dad would always be like, well, it's time to pay rent. And I'm like, but I'm 13. And he's like, you got a job, right? You're talking all that shit. You got a job. It's time to pay for your room and board.
We'll talk about rent when I see your grades.
Yeah. And I remember, like, the first time that I ever had, like, a grown-up experience is, like, at that age, like, when I had that job where it was, like, $10 a day. And I remember I spent my $10 the day before on, like, Mountain Dew and Snickers bars. I don't remember.
Just gone. But,
like, yeah, dude, it's instantly gone. And I went to, like, my dad was going to drop me off the next day. And he just kind of like, because we had the windows up, and he like kind of did like that dad sniff, and he's like, son, you stink. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you need deodorant. And I was like, well, where do I get deodorant? Because it was just always there. And so like he like drove me to the gas station and was like, well, go in there and buy some deodorant. And I was like, but I don't have any money. And he was like, well, you got paid yesterday. And I'm like, and I told him, I was like, well, I bought Mountain Dew and Snickers. And he was like, well, now you're going to walk around smelling like shit all day. And like that lesson has stuck with me my whole life. Like, dude, you got to buy you have to buy essentials before you buy bullshit. And it like has stuck with me my whole life.
That's funny.
I learned that at 13.
That's a good time to learn it though.
Yeah.
You need fucking deodorant. Remember when you could get the Mountain Dew and you'd get a free 20-ounce Mountain Dew under the bottle cap?
Oh my god, yes.
Whatever happened to that?
You know, that was like when Pepsi had the Pepsi points. So I actually saved up enough of them one time, and you had to bag them up and actually mail them to Pepsi, and they counted them. And then I got I wish I had it. It was a Pepsi hat, and it had the rim curler came with it.
I know exactly what you're talking about because there's a documentary on Netflix right now about Pepsi. Mm-hmm. It's called Pepsi, Where's My Jet? Or it's what's the jet that takes off from
does it show the hat and stuff?
Yeah, there's the catalog.
Oh my god, dude, I have to watch it.
So there's a commercial that went along with that, and at the end there's a jet that lands at the school with all these kids, and at the bottom it just said 7 million points, Harrier jet, and there's no disclaimer. So this 20-year-old got the points he needed, sent it in to Pepsi, and they're like, we ain't giving you a fucking jet. So there's a 4-episode documentary on Netflix. It's really good.
Dude, I have to see it now.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah, because
Monster did that.
Who did?
Monster. They have like if you send in like the like you buy a Monster can and you have like the tab, like you take the tab off and you like save them or whatever, and you can like mail them in. Well, they had it where you like if you have like 1 million tabs or whatever, they'll send you a dirt bike. And this kid like went around and like recycled all the Monster cans, and he sent it in, and Monster told him basically go fuck himself.
And that's just a dirt bike.
Shit out of him.
Yeah, right. That's
You
$8,000
could get a dirt
at
bike
most.
easier.
Right. Like
Could you, like
it's
a
monster.
Harrier
Buy it.
jet?
Pepsi's whole argument was, okay, it was obviously a joke, and you cannot legally own a Harrier jet as a U.S. citizen. And the kid's like, no, I asked the Pentagon, and they said I could as long as I didn't have the armaments and the fucking guns on it. I can own it. And they're like, well, fuck.
Wild.
Bullshit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hang on, we'll
And
get right back
also,
to you.
they aired the same commercial in Canada, and they put the small writing on the commercial in Canada, but they did not do it in the U.S.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious. Could you
Yeah, that's
imagine though,
crazy.
if they were like, oh yeah, we were actually totally serious.
Dude,
Here's
I'm
the
gonna have
key
to look this up
keys.
though.
I don't know. Do jets need keys? But like, here's your jet. Like here you go. What do you just park it in your driveway?
Right.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
have
because
somebody drop it off.
I gotta see this hat again, dude. I can never forget it because I was so excited as a kid because I actually got it. Like it was mailed to me. I got this like light blue hat and a rim curler. It was this like
Yes.
block that had like a little slant, like a half a moon on it, and it had a rubber band that would go over it, and it just held my hat down. And I mean, I had that rim curled just like Durff's, but more. I mean, that thing was almost connected, dude.
Perfection.
Oh, it was
Perfection.
awesome. It was awesome, dude. Yep. But yeah, I think my mom used to work at a nursing home and she used to collect bottle caps from there. I saved up a lot of bottle caps. So
That would be so cool. I didn't do
it was
anything
awesome.
like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I
And
would
you
always
remember
like lose them or whatever.
Yep.
You remember
Yeah.
the bag of Mountain Dew bottle caps I had for double XP last week?
Yes.
I pulled
Yep.
one out, and it didn't have a fucking thing on it.
Damn.
And I'm like, this bitch. And I text my sister-in-law, and she's like, I didn't know. And I'm looking at it, and if there was a 10-minute
Well-
period where I thought I had that full bag and nothing, and then I'm looking at the one, I'm like, oh, it's in there. It was so faint, I could not read it.
Oh,
Luckily,
no.
everything else was good.
I
they
just
don't
got
do good shit like that anymore.
Yeah.
got a Pepsi delivery, and my things of Mountain Dew have no more Call of Duty on them already.
Bummer.
Yeah, so all I
I
got
wonder
left
how
are
that-
like 10 Diet Mountain Dews left because no one drinks that shit.
Well,
And
yeah,
there's codes on the bottom of them, so I'm just waiting for someone to buy them.
The people who
drink.
drink Diet
Yep.
Mountain Dew insist it tastes just the same as
No,
regular
dude,
Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
No,
but
it
that's
doesn't.
that's every diet drinker, dude.
Yeah.
None of it tastes the same. None of it. You cannot
do you
convince me.
Do you guys drink like hard alcohol? Like, do you guys drink hard booze?
Like liquor?
Yeah.
Not really. More of a beer
Oh.
guy.
Well,
They
I
used
was gonna
to.
say if you did there's an old trick that if you order a mixed drink, you order it with diet soda instead of regular soda because the sugar messes with the alcohol content. So like you get more bang for your buck if you
That's why-
get a diet soda.
That's why you always get
Oh.
like a Captain and Diet.
Yep, you
No
get yeah,
shit.
yeah, you get diet soda.
I've never heard that. But yeah, I don't
It's
really
funny that the alcoholic is telling you guys this.
Yeah. The old alcoholic.
Coming up on 2 years sober, baby.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
baby.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
had a drink of alcohol since the last time Durff was on.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Actually,
Hell yeah.
our last podcast with Gigs, I had an extra beer up here and I fucking left it up here. And now it's skunked for sure.
Oh,
Not gonna open
dude.
that one.
dude.
I
Speaking
might.
of mixed drinks, I saw TikTok and I'm trying to remember. Maybe one of you have seen this. It's you take strawberry syrup like you would. It's like the Hershey syrup, but it's the strawberry flavored stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
You with me? And you mix orange juice. You mix that in orange juice, and it tastes like Skittles. And everyone's trying it, and they're like, "There's no fucking way!" And then they try it, and it's like a pink drink, and they say it tastes like Skittles.
As a disclaimer, anybody that's listening to this podcast that is not over the age of 21, don't fucking drink
Yeah.
alcohol. Covering your guys' asses.
Well, there's no alcohol in this, just orange juice and the strawberry
right.
Hershey's mix. So
Interesting.
Yeah, but then you put a little vodka in the bottom of that, and yeah.
yeah, then you're having a fun time, kind of, for a little while.
I'm
Bro,
not gonna
yeah.
lie. I don't think I'm gonna try that. Not gonna try.
Me
that
neither,
one.
because I'm
Yeah.
not buying either of those things just
Yeah.
to try it once. But
That's that's funny. You're like, Out of the gate, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like you could have like gone the polite route and been like, I mean, maybe if I got
No.
the
Nah,
ingredients,
doesn't-
but you're
we're
just
just
straight
telling
out
you
of the
it's
gate.
not
Like,
gonna
nah, fuck
happen.
that.
Yeah.
Not happening here, son.
It doesn't sound like a bag of Skittles.
There are
to me,
very
no.
few things I see on TikTok that I'm actually going to try in real life.
That's true.
Oh yeah, well they make like the toilet drinks where they like dump a bunch of sour gummy worms in the toilet and they like put high C fruit punch in there and there's some lady that's like stirring it with a ladle and everyone's like, dude, this is gonna taste so good. I'm like, are you guys missing the point that this isn't a toilet? Like
Yeah,
we're just
I don't care how clean it is after it's
Yeah,
been used.
that's
I'm
a
not
toilet.
drinking that. Like,
you could buy you could go to Home Depot and get a brand new toilet and you could dump like Dasani water in it in front of me and I'm still not drinking out of that. It's a toilet.
yeah, that's
I'm not
still
drinking
like
out of that.
it's still Poseidon's kiss on your mouth. I don't
Yeah,
care what
like,
they
dude,
say.
Why are these popping up on your FYP or FYP? Like what?
Because my For You page is a terrible place sometimes. There's some wild shit on there.
To be fair, I do too.
Yeah,
do
like
too.
every now and then I'm like, why am I seeing this? Out of the billions of videos that get uploaded to this fucking app every day, why am I seeing this?
Why me?
I get this one lady who goes under this train bridge in New York City in a parking lot and sings like a fucking angel, and people walk by her in awe. And then the next TikTok is a dude who literally shits real loud. you're like, okay, welcome
Yeah.
to TikTok.
Yeah.
See, my TikTok's so embedded into video games and stuff, that I don't get anything else.
That's gone.
I mean, I could
I
try.
stopped following
I-
Warzone TikToks.
I can't get
purpose.
it. I can't get out of it.
I that was mine for a while, and now it's just gone. It's all
Yeah.
like workout stuff and people like roasting each other, and then
Yeah,
know,
I get a lot of roasts.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how well the algorithm follows you, though. Like,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like now that, like, say you're posting like your workout stuff or you know what I mean, like your Durff
Mhm.
traps, and all of a sudden, your TikTok's like, oh, right on it, dude. Your next video is like a workout video. Like, it's crazy though that it's incredible. I mean, sometimes I make the mistake of like watching something for too long, and then all of a sudden I'm in a little bit of a loophole on those kinds of videos.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like the next, yeah.
You know what I mean?
remember-
Like, I could
Well,
watch
there's
like
like a-
something like Cops for like 20 seconds on a video, and then all of a sudden my For You page for the rest
Yeah.
of like that hour is like cop videos. Like,
Yeah.
I just watched one high-speed chase, dude. I don't need all this right now.
For like a week, all my TikTok would show me was
Yeah.
like how to properly like tan a hide. Because like there was one dude, I watched one video and I remember the video. This dude was like, he had like this cowhide, right? And it was like stretched out and he was like etching into it. And I was like, man, this is kind of cool. Like I wonder like what he's making. And it was like a bald eagle that was like in the background, and there was like a horse, and I was like, dude, that looks badass. Like that looks cool as shit. And for like a week, it was just people that would like taking the hides of animals and just rolling it on this like rock thing, and I'm like, why am I still seeing this?
Yeah, that's
I
what
watched
I mean, though.
one video.
Yes,
one.
And sometimes it doesn't even take the whole video. It just like, it's like, oh, you watched this for 4.9 seconds? Fuck
Guess
you,
what,
buddy.
buddy?
Yep.
Guess what?
You're
gonna learn how to
getting.
You're gonna learn how to play hot cross buns on a flute again. Guess what?
Next time we
know how
have
to-
Durff on, he's gonna have hides hanging behind him like in a dryer, and his beard's gonna be down to his stomach.
Like plot twist, I'm actually really into this.
You're gonna learn
TikTok
how to
knows me
make
better than I do.
flute out of carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if
twist.
your life though was like the algorithm on TikTok. Like you just went through all these phases of shit nonstop.
But in like just so
Yeah,
fast.
just
Like
so
1 week,
quick.
like 1 week you're spending $500 on like an RC car, and you're like, this is me now.
Yeah, the next time you're making like arrowhead fucking arrows
Yeah,
and shit. And
with
like,
a rock, and you're like
with rocks,
amping
yeah,
it
you're
out.
fucking-
This is who I am. Don't judge me.
Yeah, then next week you're fucking playing video games.
Yep, you're back. You make a full circle. You're right back to video games.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Be like, bro, he's one shot, dude. And then you would have to like, you would get like the whole discography of like your whole life on all of the TikToks that you post. You're like, dude, I was in RC cars.
Yeah,
I was
man,
making arrowheads. It's been a wild ride on TikTok, man.
Yep. That would be funny, dude. That would be funny.
Like another thing that I like really like on TikTok is when like people get so crazy into like arguing with other people, and it's like, dude, that guy, like, he's in a whole different state. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, somebody will be like in California arguing with somebody that's like in New York. And it's like, dude, what? Like,
Why?
you guys
Yeah.
are in like a completely different time zone. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you are separated by an entire country, and you guys are so locked into arguing with each other. And what I'm saying is, like, they stitch each other, like, back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be like the original video, and then it's
oh my
a
God,
stitch,
yes.
and then it's another
one.
stitch, and then it just keeps going. And I'm like, God damn. Like,
I know, man.
guys,
some people
let
are
it go.
like super passionate about things that just, I don't know, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. Like, I don't have to agree, like, with people's viewpoints to be like, hey, you're passionate. It's cool.
Right. That's how. Right. Yeah. That's how I see it. Like, okay, that's what you strongly believe in. That's fine.
Yeah, and I
I'm
appreciate.
definitely not going to argue it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't really care about anything that much.
I don't think
like,
there's been
argue
one
about
thing on TikTok I've seen that I had to reply
That's
via
right.
video chat and post it
Yeah.
just to.
Right.
It's like an angrier Facebook comment section almost.
In all the videos I posted on TikTok, I never really got too many people that stitched my videos, but I did have one guy stitch one, and he like called me some loser or something in the video and blah blah blah, and like I watched it and I was just like, okay, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
That's
whatever.
cool.
If you're
That's
that
cool.
upset, that's even better. So
There's nothing
Yeah,
more
well, yeah.
disgusting than fathers who still play video games.
oh God, right?
Oh, dude, I was like, dude, for like half a second, I was like, wait, we're all fathers
yeah.
that play video games. What? Oh, he's joking.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, dude, that last TikTok wasn't that long ago, and people were fucking pissed, dude.
Mm.
I was
Dude.
called privileged. I was mocked as a grown man still playing video games. I was told that I ignore my daughter. You know,
Based
they know
off
me.
a 4-second clip. Not even, that clip
dude.
probably wasn't even 4 seconds.
No, I think actually the entire length of the video was 7 seconds, and not one word was spoken.
wow.
Yep.
People like so funny. And like,
Yeah.
and that's another thing that like I think is funny is like people in the comment section, because they're like, oh, I'm gonna say something that like they're gonna take it at face value, and then they're just gonna change their entire life. They're gonna be a completely different person based off of my comment because I'm the one that said it, and you're welcome. I changed your life for the better. Like, that would be an alternate reality that I would love to watch. Like, somebody posts something that they're passionate about, and then like they read the comment of somebody that's like, that's stupid, and they just like take everything that they did and
just
throw it
be
on the
done
ground.
with it.
Like, oh,
I'd be
you're
like,
right.
yeah.
You're right. You're totally right. I don't need this anymore.
User 91463.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
You're right. I've wasted my entire life.
What
I'm
am
gonna
I
go ahead
doing?
and change
Right.
direction now. I'm course correcting right now. It's fine. I'm working through it.
Right.
I thought I was an artist,
Yep.
but actually I'm gonna put, my fist through this painting that I spent 52 hours on, and I'm gonna get into cars. I'm gonna buy a Supra. It's insane.
I know.
Like, why do you have to be so goddamn? Like, why can't you
Right.
Why can't you just scroll? Like, if you see something that like irritates you or pisses you off or you don't like, just scroll. Like, why do you have to leave your little nugget of like bullshit?
I think the only comments that ever really got to me were the just okay. It's like, what? What do you mean? Okay. Like, hey, I shot this guy out of the sky. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Too many inner Karens that just need to release.
Well, it just
for
like everybody
eight words a day.
Everybody thinks that they're like because pre-internet, like we've kind of all been there for like when the internet is kind of like growing up. So we've all kind of been there like for the stages of it. But like before then, that we all understood that like, hey, our opinions don't fucking matter. Like
No.
it's not important. It doesn't
Yep.
fucking matter. But now like somebody will post something and in the comments, the comment will get like 100,000 likes or whatever. You know what I mean? On like a million viewed clip. And so like now they're like, oh, my opinion does matter. So now it matters to every single fucking person on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird times. I do miss early internet though. Dude.
Oh, dude, it was the
AOL
fucking
Instant
Wild
Messenger
West.
was my favorite.
Dude.
I loved it as a kid.
Fucking dial up.
Yep.
Yeah, like and like you had to go because like like my friends' kids like people that are like growing up that are like in their teens now, and I'm like, dude, if you wanted to like learn something when we were growing up, like you had to go to a physical place and you had to present them with a library card and they had to give you a book on what you wanted to know, and you had to physically open you had to open a book and you had to read pages. They didn't read it for you, it was on you. If you wanted to know it, you had to go learn it. But now like you can go to Google and you don't even have to spell the fucking word correctly. And Google's like, here you go. Here's fucking 52 different pages from 52 different viewpoints.
Yeah. We used to take field trips to the public library. I wonder if kids still do that.
I doubt
it. I doubt it. You have a supercomputer in your pocket.
I know how to winterize a fucking boat, and I don't even own a fucking boat. And I'm never going to buy one. I'm never even going to own it, but I know how to winterize one correctly.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you get on rabbit holes and like exactly. I know how to. Yeah, I know how to like fucking do the paracord bracelets because I went on a fucking rabbit hole, bought paracord for some fucking reason, and I made some bracelets, and I was like, why am I doing this? But like, it's just and I didn't even like I don't even remember how I got in the rabbit hole. Like I don't even remember what brought me there, but I didn't go to the internet to learn how to do that.
That's what I mean, right?
And I left the day knowing how to do that and was like, I'm gonna try this. And now I did it, and I'm like,
take someone you know sharing it on any social media platform, and then boom, there it is.
And then it's over.
And off to the races.
Oh, Ashley makes bracelets? Let me look into this.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And then Amazon is like, hey, we got a live one.
Yes.
Seconds later, Amazon's like, hey, we have this on sale right now. Yeah. You could have it by Thursday, pal.
Yeah, you like watch a video on TikTok and you're like, hey, that looks pretty cool. Let me YouTube how to do this. And you go to YouTube and you watch like a 15-minute tutorial, and then the next time you open Amazon, Amazon's like, hey, dude, I got it in red.
Yeah,
I got it in red.
Insane, dude. Amazon is definitely the most insane part of it. Like, because I could even be in the kitchen and like be like, oh, hey, we should get like a new knife set, and I don't even really want one. And then all of a sudden I open up my phone and I'm like, dude, there's a fucking knife set on my Facebook on an ad through Amazon. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's a little crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people are like, we should be able to say whatever we want on social media. Like, what? Dude.
But there's no stopping it. Like, the internet is just...
It's gone. There's no...
Wild west of
there's no...
Yes, it is.
If there was some sort of way that you could like flip the switch and just the internet were to just no longer exist, there's thousands of people that would like starve to death because they have no idea like how to do shit. You know what I mean? Like if there
how would Instagram models make money?
I know.
Exactly. But like God forbid, well, in the mental health would plummet. Like therapists would be rolling in dough because like some people like start their day off and they cook their food and then they take a picture of it and put it on Instagram, and then that starts their whole social communication with somebody where they're like somebody from a different state is like, oh, that looks really cool, and then they start talking and they talk for a couple hours and then they go to the gym. Like it's like, no, dude, there's actual people like
Yeah.
around you that you can talk, like you can have a face-to-face conversation with another human being.
Yeah, those people suck too, though, dude.
I
They
mean,
suck.
yeah.
They
I
suck.
mean, yeah.
When's the
I
last
mean,
time you posted what you were doing, like on a day-to-day basis on the internet
I don't think I've ever done
via
that.
social
Yeah.
media?
I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever like
Nope.
day to
I don't
day
understand it.
Like
kept like a vlog.
Why does Durff
Right.
need to know that in a half hour we're going to Target to look for wrapping paper?
Right.
You know?
But there's people
now
that
I do
do
know
that
that.
shit. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
crazy.
that's their job. Could you imagine collecting a paycheck just talking about your day?
Not even people with
Oh.
jobs, just like family members who do that. Like,
Yes.
who cares that you cleaned your toilet today? Like,
Dude, my favorite people are always the ones that are like, don't ever talk about my brother. And like, they don't say who it was or what happened or
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck? Who you started
Or
a fight with?
The people that like they'll post shit about like don't let her social media fool you. I exist and I'll kick your ass. And it's like you just put that out to the fucking entirety of the world.
Even like this one might be a little dark, but like there's always those people too that just put like rest in peace. It's like,
Yeah, right?
who? And
for
what
no
happened?
reason. Yeah, there's no name.
Yeah,
or
there's
anything.
no content at all.
Yeah.
Or it's like they'll say like, keep me in your prayers.
For what?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, like someone
Like-
you went to high school with says,
Yes.
please keep me in your thoughts and prayers for the next coming up week or something. And
Need positive thoughts. For
Man,
why?
that's
What
tough.
happened?
That shit to me is so annoying.
Oh my
It's
God,
so
I know.
annoying.
And
that's
then
why
Jesus,
But then
annoying.
there's
Try
other
to
people
avoid
out there that
Facebook.
are like prayers, or you know,
Yeah.
like they'll comment on the rest in peace and they're like rest in peace, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't
Yeah,
know.
like what do you
I don't know.
exactly? Why are you doing that?
Right?
Well,
Because
they're
what
like-
if it's their goldfish that they just won at a fair and flushed it down the toilet, and like you care? You actually
Yeah,
care?
You just,
Come on.
And you prayed for a goldfish. You didn't
Yeah,
know you were.
fucking
but
idiots. No.
Way to go.
God damn it, man. Yeah, it's
Made
weird.
Bubbles
It's
rest
weird.
in peace.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and they just like people accept like any amount of fucking any
Remorse
amount
or-
of affection
Yes,
towards
it's-
anyone, and they're like, "Here's my entire life.
Yep.
Here's all of it on a phone. It's right here. Here's everything." Meanwhile, they
That's
live
crazy.
9 hours away. You will
Just need
never
someone's
see that person in your
approval.
life. Yes, dude. Go talk to. That's what I'm saying. Go talk to another human being. Like, when was the last time that you had a conversation with somebody that was a complete stranger, and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, the vast majority of people would be like, "Oh, I've never done that," or "I would never do that." But why? Why would
Yeah.
you never do that? It's another person. Like it's all of this fucking like open Uncle Corners over here, but like all social media has done is just made everyone so fucking small. Like you used to be able to like, because I said, you know, the phrase like it takes a village to raise a kid. Well, now like there's no village anymore because everybody doesn't fucking talk to anyone. To
Yeah.
fucking no one. Like
Yeah,
you
it's weird.
used to know the mailman's name, and you used to know like who you were, like when you went to the grocery store, you would know like who was like bagging your groceries. You know what I mean? You used to know like all that shit. And now people are like, for like you get 2 seconds of eye contact from a stranger, and that is fucking it.
Yep. Yep.
But like I'm the fucking weirdo. Like when I go to the store and like I make a joke at somebody, like I'll be like pushing the cart and they'll like come around the corner too fast and I like almost hit them and I'm like, "Hey, you know, like watch out, I don't have
Yeah.
insurance."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What a fucking creep." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Jesus Christ,
Wow,
I'm just trying to be nice."
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep.
What? Can you calm
is
down
true,
from
though.
Instagram for 2 fucking seconds? I'm just trying to talk.
Yeah, and you're
I
already
post
up on their
about you on
Snapchat.
Instagram.
Yeah, I was
You
just
will
gonna
never
say.
believe this creep
Yeah.
said to me today at the Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo,
And here's a picture
dude.
of him.
And I'm just like,
From down the aisle.
Yeah, it's
Just Durff's
fucking
ass
Durff.
300 feet away.
yeah. I'd be like, I was
And his
just trying to be
uninsured
nice.
fucking cart.
Yeah, real funny, asshole. And then they'd probably like turn it around to where I'm a racist or I offended somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you're being an ableist right now talking about insurance.
Cancel
God.
Durff.
Does he
Yeah,
know my
right?
mom died because of insurance company in 2007?
Yeah, and I like go home and go to get on Twitch, and they're like, "Hey, bro, you're banned. Like,
Yeah, dude.
you're perma banned for that
We
joke
we
you
heard,
made."
we
Like,
heard you
what?
sexually assaulted a girl at Walmart with your cart. And it's like, wait, what?
What
Right
the fuck
next to
just
the
happened?
macaroni and cheese. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking Walmart takes the security footage. I'm on CNN in 6 hours. There's a warrant out for my arrest.
Dude, dude, it could happen, man.
Yeah, it could fucking happen.
All for one
Like,
fucking stupid joke that you've probably said 2 million times, you know?
yeah, dude, it's
We,
like
we've
fucking
talked
hey,
about these before.
relax.
Like the sayings we all say that's always the same.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
oh,
oh. Hey, thanks for the
yeah.
dance. You know? Fucking shit's so
I'm,
dumb.
I'm trying to think of some shit that I fucking say because they're
Oh,
locked in there and
I
I
say it all
can't
the
turn them
time.
off.
So
It just
I served chili last night. We had like a chili contest in our town, and mine was a creamy white turkey chili. And people would come up and they're like, "Oh, turkey, that's weird," you know. I'm like, "Yeah, it was on sale." You know, because it was after Thanksgiving, and like I said it like 50 fucking times, dude. One of the girls that work for me were helping me, and they're like, "Shut up, dude." Like, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I should probably stop that joke. Oh man, turkey, and I'm like, oh, don't say it. Don't say it. It was on sale. But yeah, I definitely said that joke way too many times last night.
anytime I'm in that situation, I say the
Same
no
thing.
insurance.
Yeah.
I always say it, and my wife always just fucking shakes her head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't stop it. It's
I
just,
can't stop
Can't stop.
this is just who I am. You have to accept this.
Yes, yep. You knew what you were
Like,
getting into.
yeah, like if it's raining pretty hard, I always say, and she'll look at me too. She waits for me to say it, and I'm like, man, it's raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock out there, and I can't not say it.
Yep.
Yeah,
When it
and
rains,
like,
it pours.
yeah.
When it rains, it pours. Yeah.
It's raining cats and dogs out here. Oh my god.
Oh fuck, that's a
Yeah.
good one. That's the
Yeah.
cats and dogs one. That's a good
Classic.
one.
What the fuck does that
Oh.
even mean?
Who knows?
I don't even.
Could you
yeah.
imagine if it really did rain cats and dogs?
Yeah, they would explode.
Yeah, there'd be so much blood. And all you would hear is just
Splat. Splat.
just
Or a cat trying to fucking not explode and land on you with its claws.
oh dude,
Yeah.
that's my fucking brain though. Like I hear something and I'm like, let's do a deep dive on this.
Flip the
Let's
switch on that one, yeah.
let's go. Let's run the P's and Q's on it. Let's see where we're at. I need to grab my water. Oh,
I've been trying to like think of things that I always say, but I always definitely still have jokes that I just say the same thing over and over.
Yeah. There's a ton
oh
of
yeah,
them.
and like I'm trying to think of them, but I'm drawing a fucking blank.
I know, because it's just so automatic. Like you don't even think about it when you're saying
Yeah,
it.
there's
Like,
no
you just,
thought process to it at
Yeah.
all.
Yep.
I think we said this one last time, but in the morning time, someone will
Oh,
say
God.
good morning, and you're like, well, what's so good about it?
Yeah.
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 What are you, a weatherman? I say that one. Yep, that's one that I say. Someone's like, good morning, and I'm like, what are you, a weatherman?
Ugh.
I should probably say weather person. I don't want to get you guys canceled.
Even talking about weatherman, I feel like people always tell me like, "Oh, I wish I could get paid for the wrong information all the time." Because like they never get the weather right, so they're like, "Oh, I've never seen a job where you could be wrong every single time."
We
Yeah,
had
it's
there was a former weatherman from our area who lives pretty close, but not within our voting district, and he also lived in Illinois, and this is Iowa. But he left the weather and he ran for what was just the elections? What was the big one?
Governor,
No, Senate maybe Senate.
Senate too. I mean,
So he ran for Senate in his district. I forget what the fuck it was, but he won. And everyone's like, well, he couldn't even get the weather right. How is he going to get out with it? Like,
Yeah, and of course everyone's saying that now. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
It's like, dude, that's like, I mean, even if he's wrong half the time, right?
Yeah.
Even if he's wrong half the time, he's still right half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
if it wasn't for looking at my phone at the upcoming weather, I couldn't. I'm just gonna guess it's gonna snow next Monday.
Yeah.
Like that's what like people are like, oh, they're fucking. He's wrong like half the fucking time, and I'm like, that's my brain. I'm always like, yeah, but that means he's right half the time too. Like what are you talking about? Leave him the fuck alone.
He's doing fine. Yep.
He's doing a job that he's being paid for. Someone was like, "Hey man, can you go to college to be a meteorologist?" And he was like, "I mean, I guess."
That's
How much
funny,
does it
though.
pay? And he's like, "I don't know, like 500 grand." He's like, "I mean, yeah, I'll do that, sure." just tell some shit that is eventually going to change. Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, it's gonna rain it too.
Tomorrow is
Not anymore.
temporary. Let's look forward.
Yeah, like what? Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
but,
I'd
like,
do that job.
Did you hear about what all these people at Twitter were doing for jobs before Elon started firing everyone?
Oh god,
He would literally ask them like, "What's your position?" And they're like, "I don't know." What do you mean you don't know?
I am so far removed from all that shit that
Yeah.
like I don't know. They're like, dude, Elon Musk is buying Twitter, and I'm like,
Well, yeah.
that's worth money. Like,
Yeah, dude.
social media is worth money, and everyone around me is like, yeah, you fucking idiot. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. I've never cared. Like, but like, they're talking about how they're like, oh, well, all these people got fired. I'm like, for what? And they're like, well, because of this. And I'm like, yeah, but like, so what did they do for a job? Well, I don't know. Well, neither do I. Why are we mad about it? Like,
Yeah, I definitely didn't care that they got fired, that's for sure. But it was crazy that they literally were getting paid tons of money to do absolutely nothing at Twitter.
yeah, I'm in. Sign me up.
I know.
I'm in.
I know.
Yeah. I'm in. I don't even know how you would find that. Where do you even apply to work at Twitter?
You definitely have to have like connections. Like there's
Do you think
definitely
you have to live where their headquarters are too, like in that area?
Oh yeah,
probably
for sure. Because like even like there was that one movie where that kid was from like a nowhere town in college and he was trying to get a job with Google or something. And they were showing how like it's all through connections and like where you graduated from and all this other shit. But
I couldn't even imagine doing that. Like, I've only worked like blue collar my entire life.
well, right.
So like,
right.
I couldn't like. What do you do in an office all day? Like,
Dude, you gotta talk to people in California. Like, I feel like most of those people on the West Coast just live like that. Like, they just have like these odd jobs.
what do you do? Like, do you just
Yeah.
answer emails all day? Like, you just like email people? I don't understand. Like, they're like, I see it in the movies. They're like, oh, I need this spreadsheet on my desk before the end of the day. I'm like, what the fuck is a spreadsheet? what are you talking about?
Dude, it's funny. Sean, I'm sure you deal with spreadsheets all fucking day with your job.
we'll look at some. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll look at 'em.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do. That part is
no,
not hard to do.
I know I did when I worked in my warehouse. That's like all we fucking used. I mean, I can have Excel do some crazy shit, like data-wise, but
Yeah, they're
it was
like
dumb.
any job that I've ever worked, they're like, hey, today's gonna suck because it's hot outside. Like that's all I've ever done.
Yep.
Or, well, I'm gonna
And
go
they're
back in
like-
the office, but remember, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking toasty out there.
Oh, dude, I remember at one time, I think the closest I've ever been to like being comfortable with murdering someone was like it was 120 degrees outside in Kansas.
Yeah.
It was so hot, and we had two people already leave the job site. So like we're already down, like I'm gonna have to do a lot more extra work because somebody else couldn't do it. And my manager pulled up in a brand new truck that he just bought, rolled down the window, and I could feel like the gust of AC
Arctic breeze.
hit my face, and I'm like, wow. And he dead ass looked at me and goes, I need you to hurry this up so we can all leave before 5. And like dude, my fucking head twitched. I was like, like, dude, I will rip you out of this truck and feed you into your gas tank. Do you understand me? Like, dude, like,
We will fossilize you right here.
like, dude. So when people are like, yeah, dude, I just gotta do my 9 to 5 in the office, and then I'm gonna head out. I'm like, what do you do in there? Like, I just assume you're just making a bunch of copies of a paper, and you're like, this is you know what I mean? Or people say like the joke, like, we're hanging out at the water cooler at 3, and I'm like, what do you is like that how you fuck off? Because like anywhere I've worked, if you go to fuck off, you just go to the gas station for like 30 minutes, and you're like, oh, somebody had to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean?
That's fun.
I don't understand your life.
So back to the jokes that we always say. I know this is going back, but dude, I remember now every time it rains and I talk to someone, I'm always like, it's a really nice day outside, isn't it? And it's like fucking shitty outside. But I say it all the time. And then like I always get to like, if it's raining out, people are always like, yeah, if you're a fish.
No, I know one. It's like anytime that like
thinking what I used to say all the time.
Anytime that we're driving anywhere, if I see an out of state tag, I always say, "What the fuck did you come to Kansas for?"
Yeah.
And my wife is like, I don't.
That's a good one.
But it's especially worse like over the holidays, like around this time of year. I'll see like people with like New York tags. I'm like, why the fuck did you come here? Like, you get it. This is a flyover state. You know that, right? Like, there's no reason for you to be here. Like, there's nothing here. Like, and then I always think about like actually why they're here, and I'm like, that means that one of their family members is here, and then I just go further into it. Like, why the fuck did you move here? Yeah. Like, if you're from like New York, why did you come to Kansas?
How close are we to the arch?
Dude, I love it. If anyone from like out of state asks me directions, I always give them the insane wrong directions.
Oh no.
Always. I've done it my entire life. I've had people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, are we close to like Wichita?" And I'm standing in Wichita, and I'm like, "No, bro, you got to go like an hour like west." And then you'll hit it. There's signs and stuff on the highways. You'll see it.
There's signs.
If you have to ask somebody that question with phones and everything, you don't deserve to be in a car trying to find your way.
Oh yeah, you're already lost.
Yeah, like your phone die or something like that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to take like a cross country trip now with no GPS?
No. I do remember like going on trips and the internet was around, but you didn't have a smartphone, so you would go into like MapQuest and you would literally print off directions.
Yes. Yeah, you had to. Yeah,
and I would want the map, and I would want the direction.
Directions.
Left turn, right turn, right turn, right. Yeah.
Yep.
Both of them. We were like,
I remember doing that.
My dad was like, he was in the Air Force, and we were gonna go on vacation. And he was like, we're going to go to Miramar. And I was like, what is that? And he's like, it's an Air Force base in California from Kansas. And I'm like, my mind was blown. I was like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11. And I'm like, we're going to like go to California like in a truck? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, how do we do? How? And like, do you just know where California is? And he's like, oh, well, we got a map. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what if you take a wrong turn? He's like, well, you just don't take a wrong turn. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get that. What the fuck you mean? Don't take a wrong turn. You just know where you're going?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like, how would you even figure out? Like, if you were only using the
you would
map,
have to interact with other people.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like, knock on someone's door.
I bet that used to be a bigger thing is you
Yeah.
would stop at a gas station and ask the,
Yes.
hey, is this Highway 35? How close am I to 35?
You'd have to bring your map in with you and set it down and be like, I'm trying to go here. See that? See the red X here? That's where I'm
And then
going.
Hank behind you getting coffee. So, oh, you don't want to go that way. No,
Oh,
you
here,
don't wanna-
bud.
Oh, you're about a half hour away from Winnipeg there, buddy. What you're going to want to do is take the
All right,
fork
yeah.
over here till you get to the cow. There's a big
Dude.
cow right on the side of the road.
Durff, if you haven't listened to the podcast yet with Gigs, you have to, because Gigs went full on fucking Canadian.
I'm
for
about like
30
10
seconds.
minutes into it.
Yeah.
And then I had to fucking leave work.
Oh, it was pretty early in the podcast.
Okay.
Listening to her speak Canadian was hilarious.
It was.
Couldn't have
I
taken-
felt like finally seeing her in her natural habitat.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that it's a lot of profanity and a lot of just like under the table
Yeah.
inappropriate jokes. Like on the surface, it looks pretty tame, but it's like it's not. It's not at all.
Uh,
Paul, I don't know if you noticed, but last week I felt like shit, and it's still hitting me to this day. But that was the beginning of it. This eyeball started to swell up. So when we were playing DMZ, I kept wiping my eye. When I didn't
my
really notice
God.
it, but when I went upstairs, it was almost swollen shut.
yeah, I
Ooh.
didn't notice it when we were talking, so I think you were good then. But
Did you get punched?
I
in the
slowly
jaw?
started
Is that
to
what
turn like
happened?
this. So no,
what happened though? Like,
just allergy. I don't know if it's allergies and this
Oh,
cold or what. But
man.
all at once, it all started to hit me. We were just fucking around last week, just like we are now, and
yeah.
afterwards we played video games, and I think Paul and I kept our cameras up, but this eyeball started, it was like swollen shut by the time I went upstairs.
Jesus.
I meant to go
Weird.
back and look at the video, but I'm like wiping my eye the whole time, like I can't see this. I can't see shit.
Speaking of DMZ, what do you guys think of the new fucking game?
Love it.
Yeah, dude, I want to retract all the shit that I talked on proximity chat. It's great. It's great.
Dude, it's great.
It's so funny.
It's fun,
But, like-
dude. It's so much
Like,
so much
it's
fun.
just, I mean, there's been some pretty foul shit, but like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not streaming, so like, it's par for the course for Call of Duty. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like, there was a dude that like we picked up a bounty contract and we started pushing towards him, and he was on top of the roof, and the train just so happened to be like going in front of his building. So he was like calming, like, hey, they're on the train. And I like bust through the door on the opposing like building roof, and I just see all four of them standing up on like this like the ledge, and they're
Yep.
all looking at the train. And I
At the
just say,
train.
I'm not on the train, and I snipe two of them in the head, and the shit that came out of their mouth, oh my
yeah.
god, dude, it was, if I was streaming, I'm getting rocked right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was bad.
See, I haven't had a lot of proximity chat interactions, but last week Paul and I were playing DMZ, and this poor kid was laying down inside of a chopper, and I run up to him, I'm like, don't shoot,
Oh my
shoot.
God, oh my
And
God.
he hops out, and Paul just fucking wipes the kid off of the He didn't shoot, but he jumped out of the takeoff plane, and Paul
Dude, no,
Just shoots
absolutely.
him in the face.
Oh yeah, dude, no mercy, man. No mercy. And
he
Dude,
didn't
I thought-
say
to be
anything
fair,
either, though.
To be fair, Sean said he wasn't gonna shoot. So, I mean,
Yeah,
That's to be
you know.
fair. I can't speak
But
for
see,
both of us.
like that's the
dude, I
position that
absolutely killed him and took all his shit, dude. Mine.
I'm in the position of Sean. Like I'll run up on a buy and I'm like talking. I'm like, hey, is there anybody around here? Like, I'm just trying to buy my buddy back. Like, I don't want to get shot.
Right.
And then like my friends though are like, Paul, like, oh, dude, if I see you, I'm shooting you in the face. Like
yeah.
me and this dude, like I was probably 80, 90 meters away from my teammates, and I run up to a buy to go buy my buddy back, and I'm like talking like to anybody. And there's a guy that's like, hey, I'm just looting. Like, we're just talking. I'm like, hey, man, I'm just trying to buy my buddy back. If you don't shoot me, I'll just drop you the rest of my money and you can buy your buddy back. And then we can just go our separate ways. And like, we were totally cool with it. Like, the guy was cool. I actually like bought my friend back, dropped my money, and I was like, have a good game, buddy. And I leave. And I'm not even looking at the mini map, but like my other two teammates are like just full sprinting. and they're kind of like giggling, and I'm like, no, like no, like dude, like we just had like this whole cool moment, like
Don't
no,
do it.
don't do it. And like like when you go to a buy, like it opens up and your character's just standing there.
Yep.
My buddy just sniper bullet right in the head before the dude even got the buy off. Just
Oh,
shot him in
no.
the head, and the dude was like laying on the ground, and his like last words that we heard were, "I thought you weren't gonna shoot me,"
Oh,
and I'm like, "I didn't. I'm the good guy. I didn't do it."
Yeah, but like
Disney Pixar level shit there, man. It's
I didn't
emotional.
Yeah,
feel,
like-
the funny thing is, like, I didn't feel bad at all. And like this helicopter ride with this guy was, so you know in DMZ the time runs out and then it restarts another 8 minutes, and then you have 8 minutes to get to the last extract because the smoke like consumes the map, and then like it consumes all the extracts, and then all of a sudden a random one pops up, and then you literally have like a minute and a half to find that and get to it. So this guy made it into that helicopter after getting it, like missed all the other extracts, got into that last helicopter. Sean and I drove straight across the whole map, and we get there and there's one guy laying down, and Sean calls like peace with this dude, and he jumped out of the helicopter for whatever reason, and I was just like,
Fuck them.
See ya.
sorry, dude. I didn't
Speaking of
even say anything.
Did you guys get the M13?
I just did last weekend.
Yeah,
So,
I got it. I did it on a solo. Like I solo queued with no
oh, man.
like with like no guns or anything. I
Yep.
soloed into it, ran over and got like a big truck and just drove into that thing, ran over the chemist dude, picked up his gun and just started running. And there was like a team that was pushing me, and I killed both of them, and it has like a nuke tube on the bottom of it. And dude, it was like a fucking
Yes.
like GTA series. Like, dude,
Yes.
I kill those two dudes. I'm fucking booking it across the river, and I see a car on the mini map, and it's like headed right for me. Turn around, just fucking nuke tube it, and it blows up, kills all three of them, and they're screaming at me, and I'm just full sprinting to an exfil. And like I call the exfil, and I just lay down in a bush, and there's people like walking around like looking for
It's
me.
like a whole movie.
And I just don't say
James
anything.
Bond over here.
Dude, and like my hands are fucking sweating, and my kid is crying, and like my wife
Jesus.
is trying to get ready, and I'm like, I had no idea that I was gonna do this. Like I cannot move. I have to. I have to finish this. Like,
Yeah. So mine was pretty easy. Like I tried for a long time, and the chemist was right on the edge of the radiation, and I didn't even have to go into the radiation to kill him. I killed him. He fought. We were like fighting. I was outside. He was inside, and then I got him and picked it up and left.
Nice.
Didn't
Just
fight
been some
anyone on my
patches.
way out. Nothing. Yeah, because
Just-
Sean,
just-
when you and I were trying to do it, it was ridiculous, dude. And then the one time I get on with my buddy, it took us 2 tries. The first try, he kept dying, and it was just an absolute disaster. And then the second time, he was on the edge of the circle, and I just picked it up. Done.
Not
One
a
of the
problem.
times we tried, there was one of the guys in the smoke was 200 yards in the air shooting down at us. He was just
Yes,
flying.
he was floating in the air. He like
looked
glitched
up.
out of the helicopter and never landed.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I'm in a really good hiding spot, and I'm still getting shot at right now.
We worked so
And then
fucking hard to get that
I'm
gun
like
last
seeing
weekend.
the bullet trace, and I'm like, oh my god, he's fucking just floating.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, Sean and
That's
I were never
great.
meant to get the M13 together.
We worked so hard to get that gun. Like,
we did.
2 or 3 hours trying to get it, and bugs, and the guy just not being there.
Yep.
And we would book it straight for the zone, right from the start, and he would not be there. So we're like, there's no way another team beat us here.
Right.
And then I get on the night, and Paul's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Wasn't hard. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just fucking yeah. You
Dude,
guys are like,
Sean
oh,
and I
this
were
is-
like writing plans out on how we were gonna get it. Like, we're like, all right,
He's
you
watched
go
this
from
the
the
whole
north,
time,
I'll go
too.
from the south, and I have 7.5 mask, and you got 3, so we can fight our way. And then I got on with my buddy and didn't even have to go in the gas, dude. I just done, picked up the gun.
Well,
and left.
I was like laying my kids down for a nap, like on like TikTok or YouTube or something, and I came across like the M13 is in the new Modern Warfare 2, and I was like, oh my god, the M13 was like my favorite gun.
Yeah.
Like that fucking
I
TikTok,
know.
like I gave you the M13, you
And I
threw it in the ocean.
fucking water, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so excited, and I was like, how do I get it? And they were like, oh, you got to go to DMZ, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. And then like my kid fell asleep, so I was like, 10 minutes, fuck it, I'll try it. I'll try, and I didn't even think like anything was gonna happen. And it's like in my hands, and I'm like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
oh my god, I got it. Like I don't have anybody with me. Like this,
Yep.
oh my god, I've got to run because like if I go down, it's it. Because like
Yep.
there's no, I don't have like a self revive or anything like that. So dude, it was so crazy.
That's funny. But yeah, so Sean, now
Oh.
I can just drop you one. So
Yeah,
I
let's
think
plan
they
on doing
fixed
that
that.
shit.
I think
Nope.
they fixed that bug. They didn't.
I just so I have it. I custom built one in DMZ and put it in my insured gun, and then I dropped it to my buddy in the game. It wasn't even the original one, and he unlocked
And
the
they just-
M13.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
You know what we're doing after this?
Yeah, he had to extract with the M13, but yeah, I'm in, dude. I'm in.
Dude, it's so fun. I don't like how there's not like a plunder. You know what I mean? How you can like rank a gun up super fast.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I just wait. Did
To
you
be
buy the
honest,
multiplayer though?
He didn't.
No.
And that's
Oh.
that's I bought it just for that. And the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is actually a lot of
It's
fun.
good.
But leveling up the gun is a bitch because you start playing with the gun you want to use, thinking I'm just gonna level this bitch up to whatever
Yep.
the level is and unlock all those attachments. No. You want to get this scope for this gun, you gotta go use this other gun and level that up to level 9 to get that
Yep.
scope.
Yep.
That's
It's
the
such a
bitch.
pain in the ass.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's such a pain in the ass.
But to be
like-
fair, also in Warzone, I'm not finding myself looking to go buy my gun either.
Yeah,
Not-
like that.
not as
I
often.
do really like that. Like I'm a
Yeah, me
big fan
too.
of how like there's only so many loadouts that are gonna drop, and
Yeah,
you
because-
like it's in the middle, and everybody's got a fair game for it.
We were getting
Like-
instant loadouts in the other game. Like there was
Oh, yeah.
no anything else. Like I was getting my loadout before I even saw an enemy. Like
Exactly.
easily.
You would land in one spot, you'd collectively get $7,000, and now you have all your perks and your guns completely maxed out, and it's
Yep.
like it's basically multiplayer at that point.
Yeah, I like the way they're doing it right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun because like we were like all four of us were alive. All four of us had the 3 vest. All four of us had like good guns that we got out of like the stronghold thing, and we all had gas masks. Like there was no reason for us to even get a loadout.
Yeah.
And so like we went and got position over running to the loadout, and we ended up getting like 20 kills as a team. Like I was like, man, this is so much cooler than like instantly getting your loadout. Big fan. We still don't have a dub yet though. Still don't have a dub.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
still
either.
have one.
Don't either.
Oh man, dude, I've gotten a bunch already.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude, I had one the other night. I've been playing like my old like Warzone self. I have been
Hell yeah.
absolutely tearing it up.
Hell yeah.
So we'll have to get some dubs though.
Oh yeah, I haven't got one. Well, I mean, but to be fair, I've only played. I don't know. I think I'm like a level 40.
Oh
I
yeah.
think. Yeah,
Okay.
and like the highest level gun that I have is like the M4, and I think it's a 19.
Yep.
But outside of that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's something fun to throw on every now and then. Like after a workout, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll play, a couple
Yep.
games. But like that's it.
Yep.
I don't play near as much as I used to.
Yeah, I've been obsessing like a little fangirl.
Good.
Yeah.
Because you've been like in a you can't find a
Slump.
game that you love
Yes.
slump forever.
Yes, and
Like, yeah.
I'm back, dude. I mean, look, I already downloaded a voice changer so I could fuck with people in proximity chat.
Fantastic. Love it. Love to hear it.
So get ready for that tonight, Sean.
Go.
All right.
Nice.
But hey, should we call it? Let's do it.
Yeah, I
We
think
had to
it's
start
good.
late.
We
I
killed
mean,
it.
Durff, we're gonna have you on again, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
What we got to talk about
I'll-
is doing this this 4-person, our first 4-person
Oh yeah.
episode.
You gotta get boot.
Get
dude.
boot.
Oh yeah. He's down.
All right.
Yeah, I know he's down.
Because last
I think-
time we did this, I talked to him about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I'm in."
Sweet.
And we recorded Thursday, and so like we're editing that, and we're gonna push it out. Our next one comes out tomorrow or Monday. I think it might come out Monday. But yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we're definitely down.
So where can our lovely 2 watchers right now find your podcast, Durff?
YouTube. I mean,
What's the name?
we're still trying to get to Spotify, but I gave up on it. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to. I tried, and then I failed. And like, anytime that like technology doesn't do something I want it to do, I want
They're
to
done.
throw it in a river. I'm good. And so like, I told him, I was like, hey, dude, like, if you want to get on Spotify, like, you're gonna have to do it because I can't look at it again. And he was like, all right, bro, like, I'll get it figured out. And that was in like August. So like, hey, like maybe we'll get on Spotify, but it's YouTube. Capital X, lowercase x, pod _ cast, lowercase x, capital X.
Boom.
Boom.
We wanted it to look like, or I mean, I wanted it to look like the old like
Yeah.
gamer
Little
tag.
gamer tag type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like capital X, lowercase x, like that was what everybody had, and then there was an underscore in there. So I was like, fuck it, this is what we're going.
Before we started this podcast in proximity chat in Modern Warfare 2, I got killed by a guy named Daffy Duck who had a Daffy Duck voice filter on.
Oh, dude, that is
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Actually,
was
That is
hilarious.
fantastic.
I wish I could have been recording it. I'm sure he's on YouTube or TikTok or something.
he's got to
That
be.
would be great.
Yeah.
There's
that's
a
hilarious.
dude that he's like popping off on TikTok right now, and he like does the like Middle Eastern voice, and he just goes into like search and destroy, and he does like open mic, and he's like, everybody push to me, and it is so fucking funny, dude. It is
dude.
so funny.
That's so
my
good.
god, it's so fun. I'll have to send you some of it, like on TikTok, but it's so fucking funny.
Sounds good.
But close her out, boys.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right. So you know where to find us. That would be every time I do this. DLC podcast. Anywhere. Find us on Instagram, TikTok.
Yes.
Our one little Instagram reel
It won't stop.
still
It's still
flexing.
popping off. I know.
Go for
It's
it, boys. Get it.
We were over 20,000 views this morning.
Ooh.
Yeah. Still one
Nice.
comment, and it's my favorite comment of all time.
Yes, all
You are
time.
one of the podcasts of all time.
So we are one of the actual podcasts of all
Nice.
time.
Fire emoji.
Yes.
Fire emoji.
Nice.
But all
Fire
right.
emoji.
Durff, thank you for joining us. We love having
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely.
Um,
Anytime,
we'll
boys.
do this again.
Anytime.
All right, boys and
all right.
girls. Good night. Episode 10.
Hey, double digits.
Double digits. We did it.
Yes.
We're all grown up.